Hey guys, what is up? It's Antonio. Welcome back to another episode here on Gladiator Disc Golf. I'm super excited about today's episode because we're working with a pitching net. I've never used one of these before. I have zero baseball experience, but I got to thinking a couple weeks ago, I was like, okay, I've seen professionals, I've seen even amateurs use some kind of net, especially during the winter, to help them with their form and practice. I'm like, there's gotta be something out there that I can use to help me with my form and just help me not be running up and down the field all day during field work. So I decided to look into some pitching nets. This one right here is from Play Go Sports. I'll leave a link in the description below for their Instagram and their website. And I gotta say, upon using it a handful of times, I really like it. Super easy to set up and definitely of good quality. One of the reasons why you want to use something like this instead of like a soccer goal or maybe even a lacrosse net is because it's big enough and it has a good strike zone area. Not only that, but the netting itself isn't too big that the disc is going to pass through it. So this pitching net is a great option. As you saw, it's super compatible, it breaks down easily, and it builds in just a few minutes. I built it in 3 minutes. Doesn't take a whole lot of time. It honestly went a lot quicker than I thought it was going to. And when you order it from Play Go Sports, it comes in a box, but in the box is this bag. So it's super easy to carry. It doesn't take any time at all to do. So that's one of the benefits of using something like a pitching net is they're made to be broken down and then to construct real quickly. There are 3 main reasons why you want to use a pitching net when you're doing field work. It helps you focus on your form. It saves you a lot of time from having to run up and down the field collecting your discs. And there are fewer distractions when you are throwing and practicing and working on your form. So let's go ahead and let's break each one of those down. The very first one is that it helps you with your form. And this one's kind of going to be laced through the following 2 reasons as well, but it really is a standalone reason. When you're using a pitching net, you can solely focus on your form and just keep working on tiny little things without having to run up and down the field. So when I'm throwing here in the net, one thing that I'm working on is, making sure that my follow-through arm is coming down into my hip as I'm forming the power pocket. Now, being able to do this and solely focus on it and not worry so much about the flight is a great aspect to the pitching net. The second reason is that I'm not wasting a lot of time running up and down the field. Here's the thing. Over the last year or so, I've talked a lot about the importance of field work and why everybody needs to do it. And if you're a serious disc golfer, it's essential if you want to be able to compete and do well. Well, here's the thing. A lot of times when we come out to the field like this, we spend more time chasing our discs than we do actually working on the skill. And the pitching net helps with that. You see this pocket right here? This pocket catches everything you throw. So when it's time to reload your discs, you just pop them out just like that. It's super simple and you're not having to run hundreds of feet, maybe even put in a mile while you're doing field work. And so here's the thing, instead of having to designate an hour for field work, you can just be right here and you can spend 20-30 minutes and you don't feel like you've been wasting your time collecting your discs. And then the final thing is that there are fewer distractions. As much as we say we're gonna go to a field and we're gonna work on our skills and we're gonna work on form, we always get distracted by the flight of the disc. Now, the flight of the disc is a good indicator of if we are doing something well, but how many times have we all gotten frustrated when we're working on something new and then it's not happening or the disc isn't reacting the way it's supposed to when we're working on this new skill? It's super frustrating, it's overwhelming at times, and sometimes it makes fieldwork feel just like a complete waste of time. So if you want to have fewer distractions and not worry so much about what the disc is doing yet, using a pitching net can really help you dial in your form. And so for those 3 reasons, it's a great idea to get a pitching net because it's going to help you focus on your form. You don't spend a lot of time running up and down the field, and you also have fewer distractions. Now, one of the really cool things about a pitching net, regardless if you get this one or another one, is that you can almost put it anywhere. We see videos of disc golfers who are at their homes for the off season, and we basically see them throwing in the basements and there's a net there. Or you have a backyard and you just set up in the backyard. These things don't take up a lot of space, and you can put it up against the fence pretty easily and then just move it out a little bit so your discs don't hit the fence when you throw. And then you don't need a ton of space to do this, and that's one of the great things. And not only that, you don't have to leave your home. So if you have enough space for a practice basket, I'm telling you right now, you have enough space for one of these. And that's basically it, guys. I have found that the pitching net has helped me improve my form because I've been able to focus on one thing at a time, not worry so much about the flight, nor do I waste a ton of time retrieving my discs off the field. If you found this video insightful and you want to get more helpful tips like this, go ahead and leave a like. I appreciate it a lot, and it lets me know that you guys want to see more content. Well, that's all I have for you today, guys. Until next time, have a great round. This is a radar gun. I didn't take it out today because I want to show you guys in another video. But if you want to know more about the radar gun and the best ways to use it and how it can help you actually improve your form, make sure you go ahead and like this video. Super pumped to show you guys what this does.